Okay, yay. Please turn your cameras on if you are not at work or something like that. I would love to see your beautiful faces. Give me a sec, just doing all the tech stuff over here. Making sure I can hear you when we have interactive moments. Okay, welcome to this broadcast. I'm so glad to see so many of y'all here, albeit with your cameras off. I know it's during the day, but I'm so glad to see so many of you here because I didn't know. Hey, Goddess Tanisha, yay! I didn't know if anybody was going to be here because I didn't really publicize this. I just shot out that one email. So glad that y'all are all here. And I'm excited to see some of my retreat goddesses. We were just hanging in the snow together. There's Goddess Phoenix Rainbow. Hello, Goddess Lily. Hello, Goddess Molly. Hello, Goddess Leslie. We were hanging together in the snow. Hello, there's Goddess Sakina. And then right after that, I hopped over from North Carolina. I came back to New York and then hopped over to Oregon to speak for MLK weekend and do a goddess circle out there, and then came back home. So I'm like, ah! But I'm excited to see you. And I think that we probably will do this at least once a month. So, the purpose of this session is that this is a coaching group for folks who either have, well, everyone I'm seeing, I think already has it, but for folks who already have some form of my self love business in a box, or self love marketing kit in a box, or self love kickstart. And what those products are, if you're watching this and you're not a part of this, is that this is done for you products that basically give you your first draft of your course, your first draft of your challenges that you need to do. I was going to say want to do, but I changed it to need to do. Your first draft of your ebooks, your lead magnets, which are the things that you put out there, the free or low cost items that you put out there that help bring people to your business. And so I'm excited to share this because the first thing I want to just say to all of you who I see who are here is this is not cheating. You are not cheating by having these products as a part of your business. What you are doing is that you're leveraging someone who's been doing this a long time, me, and has a lot of magical, incredible things that I have created, that I've put out there already, and a lot that I haven't put out there that you can take and have it as a foundation to build your work and build your business on. So you can, I like to think of it as a first draft. Now, for those of you who want to just take it and put it out there without it being a first draft, that's okay too. That is fine too. This is, as I said, think of it as an empowerment tool or foundation for your business. And the reason why I say that I know that it's perfectly fine is that energetically, the people that I call toward me, that is each and every one of your beautiful, bright, shiny faces, are people who were born to change their corner of the world. I mean, there's no other way to put it. And so, whether you are I see creative artists, I see mompreneurs, I see fitness gurus, I see meditation teachers, I see people who are trying to figure out their purpose, I see folks who are professors, the whole range of that. What you do with these tools for each and every one of you is going to be completely different because you're going to put your secret sauce on it. Or as we say in New York, you're going to put your stank on it and it's going to be yours. And so that's why this is so exciting, because having coached light workers, way showers for a very long time, I know that often it is you need a step. You need the step up. And that a lot of you get caught up in the creation of, the minutia of the creating of the courses, or the minutia of creating the challenges, or, the all of the steps in putting together a funnel. And I just feel like if I can help you to get out of your own way and get that step done with, some quality materials that then you can take and build on, then we have that much more magic, that much more of your voice in the world. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to go through sending love to Oh, Goddess Are's at the hospital with her sissy, sending you love, sending love to everybody wherever you are and whatever you're experiencing. I'm going to go through all of the different products as the ones that are in existence now. And as I was sharing at the beginning of this call, I think that I'm going to do this as a once a month call because at the time of this recording, this is for the self-love business in a box related products. But I'm also going to be doing manifesting business in a box and several other self-care business in a box, several other related things in the months to come. So before I jump in, let me just check and see. Let me know if you have any specific questions or things that you want to cover. What I'm going to be covering is how you can use done for you products to build your courses, build your funnels, build your email list and your audience, to be able to sell them for as digital products, to be able to create passive income, to be able to also use them for your social media and to build your audience in that way, to create memberships, all of the different things that you can do. So any specific questions before I jump in? Because I'm going to go off of this screen onto another screen because I want to just walk y'all through everything from scratch. Okay, all right, good. I'm excited to do this too. So let me just pull a card, actually. And I'm excited that in either tomorrow or the day after, because like I said, I just got back from traveling and I'm a bit fried. I'm pulling from the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle deck before we begin. Um, I have my new deck, the Faces of Oshun Oracle, and I'm looking forward to unboxing that with you. So let's see what the ancestors are wanting for us to know right now, because as many of you probably are aware, we need your light in the world right now more than anything, right? We need your voice. We need your light. Oh, okay. That's loud and clear. That can't get more specific. Okay, so this message is the creature of air, speed, the energy of speed, which says, stop messing around. Stop getting ready to get ready. If it feels like I'm yelling at you, I am. Stop getting ready to get ready to get ready. We need you now, right now. What time is it? Now. What time is it again? Now. Speed, 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 speed. Yes, Goddess Linda said, be ready now. Yes. And oh, and I didn't realize, wait, two cards must have been stuck together because I have this other card here on my computer and I only just pulled one, which is funny and magical. Can't make this up. Altar of Earth, limitless prosperity. So the goddesses need that too. So yes, limitless prosperity. Limitless prosperity, yes, because we're not only here to change the world, we're here to change your own life and the life of your family and your, folks who came after you and your folks who came before you. And so, yes, this is a source of limitless prosperity for you. So I am loving that. Yes. I am loving that. Yes. Ashe, ashe, ashe to that. And the two of them were stuck together. So there we go. There we have it. Okay. All right. So let's jump in. Let me just show really quickly what we're talking about for anyone who may be watching this replay and not be aware. And then we'll jump right in and I'll start to show you everything. Okay. So let me just share my screen. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, good. Okay, so, oh, wait, nope, that is module one. Let me go back and share the other window. Share entire screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to edit on ChatGPT. I'm going to show you how to work with all of the different items. But first, let me just show you what we're talking about if you're not aware. So this is my self-love done for you programs. Right now, at the time of this recording, there is a sale that's 24 hours, I think, left in it, or something like 12 hours or 24 hours left in it. By the time you're watching this, there may not be. Either way, it's still worth it to invest in the either wherever you're able to, because this is, as I said, a foundation for being able to build your business. So the self-love business kickstart is for a low barrier to entry. You get a mini bundle that includes 4 resellable empowerment notebooks: Reclaim Your Worth, Radical Self-Acceptance, From Self-Criticism to Self-Compassion, and Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy. This link is at tinyurl.com/selflovebiz, B-I-Z. And it tells the number of pages there. I'm not going to go through all of that because I want to get into the meat of things. And it also includes 3 done for you meditation scripts: Self-Love Awakening, Peaceful Heart Meditation, Manifesting Self-Belief, Manifesting Self-Belief. And then there is also the self-love business in a box, which is the meaty central thing that if you can invest in one, go with that. If you can invest in all, do all. But if you can only do one, do that one. Do this one. Okay, so self-love business in a box includes a 5-module done for you empowerment course. We're going to go through that in a second, with your lessons, your slides, your workbooks, your checklists, everything you need to launch your signature program. Your rebrandable empowerment ebook, 28, actually I think it's 21. Let me just put 21. 21-day challenge. And if it's 28, I'll change it back. Okay, 21-day challenge with prompts, a journal, workbook, etc. 3 opt-in guides. We'll talk about what opt-ins and lead magnets are and how you can use those. 10 high-impact nurturing email swipe files. So those are actual email templates that you can use to build a relationship with your audience. The way that y'all got here is that I sent an email. I didn't post it anywhere else. I was going to say because I was lazy, but I was not lazy. I was tired after traveling to my retreat and then traveling somewhere else to speak this weekend as well. And then it also includes a strategic content calendar. And then I'm really excited about the marketing kit. If you can get the marketing kit, do. Absolutely do, because there's nothing throwaway in here at all. The marketing kit is going to help you to sell everything that is in the self-love business in a box. So the marketing kit is webinar scripts, or if you want to just call them live video scripts, if webinar is intimidating, an intimidating term. It includes your sales page copy, your video content, video and reel content. So for people who do who are on Instagram, that's what the videos are called on Instagram. It includes your social media content, quotes, affirmations, high engagement questions, blog posts that you can also use for social media posts. It includes retreat outlines to do a short retreat or a long form retreat. It includes more meditation scripts, and it has links to be able to easily edit on Canva. We're going to go through and show and do all of that. It includes baseline affirmation cards and email re-engagement and abandoned cart series, which means if you have a mailing list and it's dead, which I know a lot of you do because you've told me that, so I'm answering all of your questions. Everything that you've told me is an issue is here. So if you have an email list, some folks that gave you an email and you either didn't email them or emailed them a couple of times and forgot about it, it has re-engagement email swipe files. Swipe just means that you can use them. And so that's the difference between the 3 of those. Okay. So now I'm going to just go through and show you inside each one, and we can maybe look at like how you can edit it and all of that, and then get into how you can sell it. All right. Okay. So we'll start with here. This is the self-love business kickstart. That's what behind the scenes in Teachable looks like. And then here is what you are seeing if you own this. So let me just put preview as student. Okay. All right. So here is what the self-love business kickstart looks like. And I'm going to just pick out a couple of things and just show you really quickly how you can edit on Canva, because that's one of the big questions. All right, so when you sign in, there is at the top the welcome and the course overview, and then right away you see your done for you self-love workbooks. Okay, so then there are these 4 workbooks, and then your meditation scripts are at the bottom. And what you can use these workbooks for, you can use them in several different ways. You can use them either as free giveaways, and the reason you would do that is to build your audience. You can use them in relation to a specific course or challenge. So you don't have to just do the workbook by itself. You can put it with a course or challenge. You could combine all of them into a super workbook and sell it. You could take it and add it to something that you already have yourself. So if you have a specific niche, like say that you are a meditation guru or mindfulness teacher or Pilates teacher, yoga teacher, whatever it is, you can take your specific brand of magic and add it to the book. So if you are a visual artist, you can take that and add it to any of these specific workbooks. So if you wanted to make it an artist's guide to workbook number 3 right here is stop self-criticism. So let's click on that. So if you wanted to make it an artist's guide to stop self-criticism, let me just scroll down so you can see it. Okay. You could do that. So you would change the title and change whatever it was to make it specific. You can make it a Black girl's guide to stopping self-criticism, an Italian woman's guide to stopping self-criticism, stopping self-criticism for the LGBTQ community. Whatever is specific to you and your audience, you could make any of these workbooks and meditations for that matter speak specifically to your audience, looking through and figuring out what you would need to edit, um, if anything at all, to make it specific for you and what you're doing. If it was, for example, um, if you were talking about, I was just reading something about intermittent fasting. If you were talking about intermittent fasting and you were talking to people about self-love, and your body and body love, you could make it specific about moving from self-criticism to self-compassion when you are embarking on some sort of health or fitness journey, so that you're coming from a place of self-love. And so that's why this is the first of these done for you lines that I told you about that are coming up, that I launched because I really believe there is a self-love solution to every problem. It is the foundation of all empowerment. So here's where you would put your information and your bio. I'm going to show you on Canva how to do all of this. You can switch out your photo, put your information there, right? Put all of your contact info here. So it would say connect with me and your name, your social media, all of your information. I would advise also putting your name on the cover. So, you can switch out the image on the cover and then add your name there. You can change the title, if that is, if it doesn't feel in alignment for you, or change any of this text, change the images, so that it speaks better to your audience, and go through and figure out, what is relevant and what's not. Another way that you can use these is, even though they are specifically workbooks, you can use this as video content. You can use it as video content. You also can, as I'm thinking about it as we're talking, even though it's again, 4 workbooks, you could take these 4 workbooks and make this a mini course. Right? So the way you would do that is, on week 1 of your course, you can go, I'm just going to go in the order here, but you can put it in whatever order works for you. Suppose week 1 of your course, suppose I'm just going to call it self-love course, or you call it self-care course, or self-empowerment course, or love your life course, live your best life course, or how to rock 2025 course, whatever you called it. And week 1 was reclaim your self-worth. So then what you could do is teach the material that is in this workbook. If it's audio, you could just read this if you wanted to, or rewrite it add in what you need to and teach about the topic, or just teach whatever you know about the topic and then give the workbook out. You see? So the way that you would do that so that it could then be something that is a recorded asset is put together first a clear what the intention is of the course. I'm not talking about the launch part, the launch portion of it. I'm just going to talk right now about the building course part of it. So you would put together, okay, what are your what is the overarching point of your course, and clearly what the course is, who the course is speaking to. You sell the transformation. You don't sell the, you get 4 workbooks, you get 3 meditation or whatever. Like, all of that is great, but what people want is the transformation. So if you are, I see in our audience we have, our beautiful priestess sister who focuses on ancestral empowerment. So you would speak to the element of sankofa, of going back and getting it, and speak to that. Don't get caught up in, a lot of times we get caught up in, the minutia of the course, that you get however many workbooks. Like, that's great, but people don't really care about that. That's a good talking point, but they want to know, how will this change my life? So you would speak to, how will ancestral empowerment change my life, right? Or I see our beautiful visual artist sister here. You would talk about, art, using art to empower your life, to shift your life, or empowering yourself as an artist, or empowering yourself as an everyday person that's going to use art to transform their lives, whatever it is. And so then you would arrange whether it's a call or a video or a Zoom, just like this, right? People will show up to your thing. So let's say you sold it, and let's say 20 people signed up for the course. But you haven't created the course yet. You've got right now just this, the inexpensive entry self-love kickstart, part of the business in a box. So what do? So during that first session, you show up, you teach the lesson, you give them the workbook as homework, and you record it. And right there's module 1 of the class. You then repeat it for module 2, radical self-acceptance, or whatever order this feels like it goes in. Be happier than ever before, right? You take this and teach it as your lesson plan, and then give out the workbook, edited or adjusted for your specific niche, and then upload it to, in this case, Teachable, or whatever it is that you're using, Samcart, any number of different platforms that you could use to begin. And then that's another module. Your video is a module plus the workbook, right? And so putting those 4 together, repeating for 4 weeks or however many weeks, now that is a course. That's a 4-week course that you have just taken this and created. Or, as I said, you could use the workbooks for individually for, as a free offer. And the way that that would work is that you would promote to your audience that, they can now sign up. You're giving away for free your Reclaim Your Self-Worth workbook, right? If you were, if you're a yogini, you would say, okay, come and reclaim your self-worth with yoga, or reclaim your self-worth with, whatever it is, that whatever's your specific point of view. And people would sign up, if it's Aweber or MailChimp or whatever it is. People would sign up and get this gift from you. And then now they're on your mailing list for you to nurture them, to build a relationship, to empower them, to uplift them, and to share with them when you have other levels of offers. Because social media, as we see, is very in flux at best. But your mailing list is the strongest asset you have in your business. So using this to be able to build your mailing list, letting people be able to opt in, or to nurture people who are already on your mailing list and signal to them that you're going in a new direction. So say you had a business, you had an in-person business, and now you're moving online and it's got a different focus, and you want to rebuild your mailing list in a different way. So you could mail the people who are already on your mailing list and say, you know, letting you know about, this new exciting opportunity to work with me. I'm now going to be focused on self-love or self-care or mindfulness or empowerment or whatever it is. And to celebrate, I have a new free gift. Sign up for it. Here's the link. If you sign up for this, just know that now you are, now I'm going to be talking to you about this new topic. So by them signing up for this new free opportunity that you've given them, they are raising their hand basically, and you now know that they are interested in this other topic. So you don't have to keep annoying the people that were a part of your previous interest or your previous topic, because you can go with the people who've raised their hand by signing up for this new offer. You could also sell any of these workbooks, the longer ones. These here are longer ones. There's some shorter ones that are, you'll see when we get to the other kits, but these are long enough to be able to sell individually. So you can sell any of these by themselves for whatever price point. You can, if you wanted to make it, say, a $47 offer, you could record a video that goes with it that explains it and packages it or something like that, or a class, a live class that you invite people to, and you're packaging it together as a bundle that you can charge maybe 47 or whatever it is, 47 or 97, depending on what your topic is. Or it could be a lower cost offer, an $11 offer or an $18 offer or something like that. What I am finding more than ever right now at this current moment, I used to do a lot more, like I have like tons and tons and tons of free offers that I have given away. But I found in the past year or so, one of the biggest switches that I've made that has been more beneficial is, instead of building my audience with all of the free offers, building my audience with lower cost offers, which can be $7, it can be $11, it can be $13, whatever it is, because by people who I mean, how many of us have tons of things that we sign up for and then never even make it back to even open the email, right? So people who invest something, even a little something, tend to have more they have more skin in the game, so they're more interested, they're more invested, and you've built an audience of people that you know are going to be more willing to invest in themselves versus people who are maybe just, looking and curious and that sort of thing, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are a for-profit business, then you want people who are going to want to invest in themselves through you. And so building your audience with people who at least are going to make a small investment, because if they're not going to, at the very least, if you have something that's a workbook for $7, $8, $11, and they're not going to invest in that, you know, they're probably not going to be the people that are going to invest in a course, a retreat, a higher level of life transformation, if that is what you are offering. So you may want to take any one of these or combine them together. And then, as I said, you can then sell them, right? So selling them individually, you could combine them with a meditation script here and record a meditation that you then are, I'm sorry, you can combine them with a meditation script and create a bundle that is an empowerment bundle that is focused on empowering them not only through the workbook, but through the meditation that you then give them instructions on how to use it, again, specific to your brand of transformation. Okay. So that is the self-love kickstart. Let me get more into the meat of it. Actually, wait, let me just come back and just make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, Dr. Lily had to get back to work. Okay, she'll get to it after work. Okay, very good. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay, what platforms to use for sending ebooks and meditation? Okay, so the platforms that you use can range. They're like, I'll tell you my favorites, but let me just name some of the other ones that I've used in the past. There is Kajabi, which I've used. There is ClickFunnels, which I've used. There is Samcart, which I use to do sales pages, but they also have a means to be able to do this. Teachable right now is turning into a very powerful all-in-one solution. I've been very critical of Teachable, although I use it in the past. So you all know that I've been very critical of certain things with Teachable. The great news is they fixed 90% of those things. And so Teachable is wonderful for sending ebooks, meditations, whatever it is. But let me just tell you how you can do this without having to make an investment. Teachable, I know, has either a free trial or free level, um, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's a free permanent level or not. If someone knows, please put that in the comments. Let me see. Okay, wait. Let me just go back and then I'll come back to that. Okay, so one of the ways that you can do this for free is, or for low cost at least, if you have whatever you're using to build your mailing list on, should have a way that you can then be able to do mass automated emails. So I use Aweber to build my mailing list. I used to use Active Campaign, but I currently use Aweber, and I use Samcart as my Samcart to do sales pages because they allow you to easily create order bumps. So the easiest way to do it is if you have, you can use either Dropbox or Google Drive and upload to there. Create a public share link or a share link that, depending on which platform, a share link that people can access from their specific email or with a password. And then when people purchase, you email them it's called email fulfillment. You're emailing them their purchase by sending them the links, right? So it's, you've uploaded it once, it's on Dropbox or Google Drive, and when people purchase, you say, here are the links to your purchase. Okay, so that's an inexpensive way to go. Currently, the way that I have it is I have it automated. So when people purchase from a Samcart page, they then are sent to my Aweber, and Aweber sends them an automated email with and they are also at the same time automatically added to Teachable. So it's all already automated. But the other way is the way to go if you don't want to spend money, if you are not yet wanting to spend money. Okay, so Goddess Afua says, Peace Goddess, if we purchase one of these offerings, how will it be shared, or is it for use on Teachable only? It's for use wherever you want to use it. So if you wanted to take all of these workbooks and use them at a retreat, you can do that. If you want to take them and use them on another platform, you can do that. It just happens that that's the platform that I use. So that's the only reason why it's there. Um, as I said, I use Teachable and I use Samcart. I don't use Samcart for their like digital downloads, but they do offer that. I know that that is a part of what they offer. Okay. Let me just check and just make sure I'm not missing any other questions. Goddess Phoenix said before that she knew I was yelling specifically at her. So no. Sam Cart. Yeah, Sam Cart. Okay. All right. So let me just come back over now and talk about self-love business in a box. All right. All right. Let me share my screen. And again, you don't have to like it, you can, there's a range of ways you can do it. So like, for example, like I see Goddess Jamaria here. Goddess Jamaria is a doula. So she could, and we've talked about this before, take these workbooks and work with the mamas that she works with on them. She could work with them. You can take it, and if you're working with someone one-on-one, you could give them specific assignments from the workbook that, this week we're doing page, 1 to 5, or do the assignment on page 7, or whatever it is. or as a free gift for clients and customers that you already have. So if you're doing a retreat or a workshop, you could download it. You could download, and somebody's saying they haven't been able to purchase, they get an error page. Okay, show me, put in the link, please, what the error page is so I could take a look. So yeah, so you could, if you're doing an event, you could tell people to download it before they come to the event, or you could give them a QR code at the event that they can download it and have it at the event, or you could download and print at Staples or wherever, print and bring the workbooks and gift it to your audience or sell it to your audience or do what works for you. The only thing that you cannot do, that I would not recommend, I mean, you can, but is not my recommendation, is that you don't try to sell it on Amazon. And the reason is that Amazon, rightfully so, penalizes what looks like multiple people selling the same thing. So we don't know if, for me, like, I know that I have a certain number in my head that, okay, when this many people have purchased each thing, that I'm going to kind of retire it so that, it's not like 1,000 people out there with the same thing. But you don't know how other people are going to use it or edit it or not edit it or that sort of thing. And you don't want to be penalized by Amazon in any way, shape, or form, unfortunately, because at this moment, they do have a huge monopoly on a lot of how we get content out there. So that's okay. There's still multiple ways that you could get your stuff out there. If you are wanting to sell on Amazon, you could do like an extreme edit and do that. But I would just, my advice would be not to sell on Amazon. So that would be my advice, unless you do want to do an extreme edit, which I will show you how to do on in a moment on Chat GPT when we get to that part. Okay, let me just, so Goddess Helen, can you show us the error page? It may be related to the sales, because the sale was supposed to end
How do
last.
I show you?
You can put the link that you're going to in the comments.
Okay.
And if that's not working, what I can do is I can just let you share your screen and then find the link, and then
Okay. Hang on.
I'm sure it's probably a sale link.
Well, I went from where you have from your email, I clicked and it went to the three different options. And I
Mm-hmm.
clicked on the middle one, the business in a box, and it
Okay,
gave me
let
a
me.
404 Google error.
Oh no. Okay, let me try. Let me try that. All right, so let me share my screen and let me just.
403, that's an error. Your client doesn't have permission to get URL, blah, 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 blah,
Okay, so let's try here. Okay, so she's talking about this chart. Okay, so let's see what that is so I can fix that. Thank you, Goddess. Okay, so here it is. It's working on my side. Is this you went to this link up here? Let me try the link on the bottom. All right, so maybe it's down here. Hmm. Okay, let me try the other two just to make sure. All right, so self-love mini bundle. Okay, so that one works. Let me just try it at the top. Okay, that one's working. Okay, so let me try the marketing one. Okay, that one's working. See if you can replicate the error, Goddess.
How do I share my screen? I don't know how to do anything else.
Let me just, oh, maybe I'm logged into something and maybe that's why it's working on my side. Okay, so let me just give you access to share. Okay, please share your screen.
Do it right here,
Yeah.
this. Are we there?
No, we see your green background.
Perfect.
And hello, goddess. I haven't spoken to you since you were trying to get to us in the snow at the retreat.
Oh, I know. I'm struggling here. It's probably a me thing.
Let's see.
Are we there now?
No. Oh, there we go.
Okay. So
Let's
if I
try
go
self-love.
here to
Okay.
the email that got sent out about self-love,
Oh, the email. I was clicking
that's
it.
where I'm coming
Go
from.
ahead.
And
Sorry.
if
Go
I
ahead.
click on the thinger, it just took me there. And then if I click on this, it goes there.
Oh, that's weird. Your client
Mm,
does not have permission to get in here.
Sorry, I was trying the
Nope,
bottom.
that's okay. All right. What
Yeah,
I'll do is let me just put the link. Thank you. I'll put the link here, and if somebody else could just test it and we can figure out. And then in the meanwhile, I'll go on explaining and then we'll come back to this. Thank you. Okay, so
yeah, sorry.
self-love is. Okay. Okay. Let me just make it clickable. All right. HTTP. Okay, so if one of y'all can please click that and check for me the middle link. And so in the meanwhile, let me just go ahead back to the other side. And thank you for the heads up, Goddess Helen. Okay. All right, so let me just share. Okay, so here is this. And all right, we did this kickstart. And now let's go to self-love business in a box, which is the one that I said, if you can only get one, get this one. Okay. So here is the self-love business in a box. And it starts with your self-love course, 5 modules of the course. Then it goes to the ebook. Then it goes to a mindfulness challenge. We'll go through all of this in a moment. Then it goes to the opt-in guides. Opt-in guides or lead magnets are basically just the same, like we were looking at workbooks, journals, that sort of thing. Opt-in just is the process of someone signing up for something free and then being on your mailing list. Lead magnets just means that they are basically magnets to create leads for your business. Nurturing emails, we'll go through. Oh, wait, no, it's not published. Let me go as a student. Okay. Oh, it is. Okay. So then those are the emails, then social media prompts, self-love blog posts or social media content. So we'll go through all of that in detail. Let me first just come back over here and see what's going on with the non-working link. Okay. All right. All right. So Goddess Tynesha, let's see. 50% off linking email isn't linked to anything. Let's see. Thanks. The link here in the chat works fine. Link works okay. Is this being recorded? Yes, Goddess Jamaria. Hi, Goddess Jamaria. Yes, it's being recorded. All right, let's see. Link is working. Goddess Tanisha saying same issue. That's odd. So it's working for some people, not working for others. Okay. All right, let me figure out what to do about that. Okay, 50% email is working on Goddess Damali's laptop. Okay. All right, let me ponder that. What I may have to do then, I guess, is just share the links individually. I wanted to give people a chart because I felt like a chart would be easiest to understand the differences between them, but maybe not. Okay. All right, let me come back to that. Thank you. All right. And if anyone has any solutions, let me know as that as well. All right. So let me just come back and share my screen. Okay. All right. So self-love business in a box. All right. So scrolling down. So let's look at the other things, then come back to the course, um, because that may take a longer explanation. Actually, no, let's just go in order. Okay, so the course. So the 5 modules of the course, it's a spiritual self-love course, are self-discovery, self-care, personal alignment, personal power, and self expression. You could rearrange this based on what works best for you. I put them in an order that for me felt like a natural way to build a conversation and a safe container around loving yourself more. But if you wanted to rearrange it, if that felt more in alignment with what you are doing, for example, um, with Goddess Damali's work, it may work better to start with self-expression rather than build up to it. So different things may work for different people. Again, the beauty of it is that although you all have this foundation, no one is going to have your exact thing. No one is going to have what you're doing. Okay, so let me just show you what one of these looks like. All right, so self-discovery. Okay, so the course part of things is it has for each module a report. I'll show you what that looks like, a journal and a workbook, a checklist, and journal prompts. Okay. So, say you were going to build a 5-week course, right? Or you had 5 modules, and actually you could make it a 7-week course. So, the way that that would work is that week one could be your introduction into whatever your topic is, into whatever your world is. So, it could be if you're doing a live container like this where you can see and interact with people, it could be a getting to know you week. Or if it is a say where you were not interacting with folks, week one could just be where you are teaching about the foundation of whatever it is that you teach. So you're laying all of that out in week one. And what you could do, one of the things I like to do is I like to give out a getting to know you questionnaire, because you then get to know the folks that you're working with, especially if it is the kind of a container where you are building a live course with them, so that the people who are the first round of folks who sign up for the course, they get the benefit of interacting with you and you really building the course with them suited to their needs, assuming that they are your soulmate audience. And then people who purchase it afterward is as a ready-made course, they are getting to be able to have it on the go at whatever time frame works for them, because it's all been pre-recorded. So the way that this works is you would take this report, and I'm going to show you the downloads and the opening in a moment, but you would take the report, and you could, as I was saying before, teach directly from the report. So you could, if it is an audio situation, you could read the lesson specifically, or you could um read your interpretation of the lesson. You could take the lesson and reconfigure it in ChatGPT by adding your specific expertise to it and using that report and self-exploration at, here as your foundation lesson. And then you could give your audience the workbook and give them specific assignments from the workbook, and give them a journal that they then can work through with you on going through each module. So in this module, we're talking about self-exploration, right? Then you could also have the checklist as something that they are using to work through, or you can use the journal prompts if you don't want to use the journal where you're giving them an assignment. So let me just show you what some of this looks like. I was talking about like how you could turn the 5 modules into a 7-week course. So you have the introduction module, then you go through in whatever order. I like this order, but you go through in whatever order. You go through these lessons, and then you could have then at the end a wrap-up class. So you have the introduction class, then the 5 modules, and then a wrap-up class, and that is a 7-week course right there. Right? Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So this is what this report looks like. Let me put it here so we can open it. And it is in text because I'm assuming that Mac and PC people can both open this. If so, someone who has a Mac, Goddess Damali, are you able to? Well, you can't click this here. I would like to just confirm that if can Mac people let me know if text TXT files are something you can open as well? So here is what this lesson looks like. The information of this lesson looks like. So you could, as I said, if it's an audio thing, you can record. Discover who you are through self-exploration, your journey of self-evolution and personal development, blah, 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 and record the lesson. If it is a video thing, you can add your lesson to it and just go through and just teach it. You know, who are you who are you going through right now? That's a typo. We'll fix that. You know, what is inspiring you to evolve? What are you going through right now? What does a typical day look like? So just going through and just teaching through the module. So that's what the report looks like. So let me just come over here. Okay, let me just check. Okay, yay. Goddess Somali says, yes, we can open TXT, should be fine. Okay, good, good. All right, so let me come back over there. All of the files are either TXT or PDFs, which I know everybody can open. All right, so let me just come back over here. Okay. All right, excellent. So then let me just show you. So you saw what the workbooks and the journals look like. Let me show you what the journal prompts, for example, look like. So you just save them from your hard drive like I'm doing, and then can open them and look at them. So these are journal prompts specifically for this module. So why do you want to go through a self evolution? What are you trying what how are you trying to cultivate more self-awareness? You know, you can adjust them again depending on your niche and whatever it is that you're doing. You can also use these journal prompts on social media. You can use them as topics for live discussions in order to sell your course, because you know that the people who are going to want to answer these questions are going to be the people that ultimately are going to be interested in the topic of your course. So that's one of the ways that you can use them as well. Okay, so that is what each module looks like. So I'm just going to just click through so that you can just see. So those are the lessons for the course. And you can upload, in this case, I'm using Teachable, as I said, but you can use whatever it is, whatever format works for you. So here, this is just sharing some of the ways that you can make the content your own. So adding personal stories, adjusting the tone and the style, including photos and images that are specific to you. You can add quizzes depending on what your platform is that you're working with. Teachable is great for that. You can also do that for free on using in Google Drive, using Google Forms if that's what you want to do. Guided exercises, videos, audios. So this will just help you explain to you basically some of the things that we're already talking about. Okay. And then this talks about the slides and how to do that easily in Canva as well. We're going to get to that in a bit. So then, for example, with then the ebook, which is there's a lesson for each thing explaining how to do it. Basically the same stuff we're talking about now, but just, in text. So with the ebook, you could, and I'm going to go to Canva in a moment, you would take this ebook and shift it, put your name there, and adjust it to your topic. You can change out the images and make it specific to your topic. So the self-love ebook, the title is Self-Love Blueprint: Daily Habits for Happiness and Healing. But again, you can make it specific to your audience. So if you are working with women who are retiring, they're going to have a different self-love focus at the moment, even though it's all self-love, than the people who are giving birth at the moment, or people who are wanting to gain muscle and run a marathon or whatever it is. So you can tailor this specifically for your audience. So underneath the ebook, you'll find another TXT file, so the text of the ebook. Okay, you can either download the ebook as is and work with it in another platform if Canva is not your zhuzh, or you can click here, which I'm going to do in a second, and go to Canva to edit it directly. So what that looks like is you click and then it'll take you to this page, which is a template page. And then you click edit template, and that'll take you to a Canva edit page, which then you can switch out this photo. We'll play with it a little bit just so that you can just see. You just make it a little bit bigger. So you can switch out the photo. This is a disclaimer that I like. You can keep this or remove it. I adjust. I recommend either keeping it and adjusting it to something that is relevant or just keeping it as is. I don't recommend having no disclaimer at all, but if that works for you, feel free. All right. And then you add your bio here. You add stuff about yourself here and your social media links and all of that, and then you can go through and adjust the book. So as I was saying, one of the things that's really helpful to personalizing it is adding personal stories. So with this first chapter, the topic is self-love habits for a happy life. So say that I talked about marathon runners, so we'll just stay with that. Say you run marathons and that has transformed your life, or you climb mountain climb or whatever it is. You could start this chapter out with telling a specific story about a self-love habit that you have that is transformative to your life. So you're personalizing the book right there. So for me, I would personally write about working with oracles, or working with, doing retreat work or doing goddess circles, and use that as your lead in that makes it specific to you. Okay. You can use this as it's meant to as an ebook, but you can also use this as video content. You can take apart the ebook and then each chapter can become a live video or audio if you have a podcast. So there are myriad of different ways that you can use them in different ways in your business. I would recommend changing out the images, although you are not obligated to, you don't have to. But I would recommend making it your own and putting personalized images, not meaning images of you, but images that you select, um, and putting them throughout the book. And so it goes on about the topic. This particular one is, I think it's 35 pages. So you can adjust it. And let me just show you what I was talking about with editing on ChatGPT. So you could, all right, so say let's go with this chapter. You need to connect your habits to your goals. So let's take that. Actually, no, let's take the beginning of another. Let me just go this way randomly and just pick something. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, self-love habits that improve your mindset. So you could, it won't let you just grab text. Let me see. You could, all right, process your emotions while journaling. So you could just take this specific topic, process your emotions with journaling, and put it on ChatGPT, which we will in a moment. Or you could take the text that I have here and let ChatGPT edit it. So the way that that could work is, so let me just take the title of the section. So you could just go to ChatGPT and say, um, I am writing an ebook, um, and need your help with a section. I would include my audience is whoever your audience is. So let me just see. My audience is women who just gave birth, right? So you just put in what your audience is, and also put in how you want ChatGPT to position the advice. So say, please write from the POV of a doula, and spiritual life coach. Okay. The first topic is, and then you just take, what ChatGPT gives you, and you could take this and then add it to what is already there to flesh it out, right? So saying, as a new mother, your world has shifted in ways that can feel magical, overwhelming, and everything in between. Giving birth is not just a physical experience, it's an emotional and spiritual initiation into motherhood. That's really good, right? Your emotions may feel all over the place, and that's okay. Journaling is one of the most powerful tools you can use to process everything, blah, 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 right? So you can take all of this, which is quite lengthy, right? And either replace the section that's there or add to the section that's there and build on it and end up with an even longer, um, more fleshed out ebook. Or another thing that you can do is you can take the specific sections. So you can take, all right, let me take both of these sections. So I'm going to say, all right, thank you. Let's see. Here is what I had. Please offer editing ideas or solutions. And then you can add in the text. Let me get some more of that. The other section. Let's see, where's it? Oh, here. And it's easier to copy and paste from the PDF version, actually, than this, because it's not going to be broken up in the PDF version, which is also over there in your learning module. Okay, so then you can add this. Okay, taking that, and then you can take it and get advice on how to adjust it if you want to go that route. So you can go either of those routes with it. Okay, let me just come back over. Where were we? We were here. Okay, so you can add photos in between here if that is relevant for you, and end up with a more fleshed out book if that's the route that you want to go with it. And you could then use the book to be able to either, again, you can sell it, you can give it away as a free offering, you can use it to do videos or audios. I don't recommend, actually, however, with this longer book, necessarily giving it away. Well, let me adjust that. So I'm thinking there is a book that I wrote that is a longer book that I have been using to give away, but that's only because I have like a substantial amount of things in my current library that I sell and give away. If I did not, I would not use this longer book as a giveaway item. I would use it as a sales item and use the shorter books as a giveaway item, knowing that most people who sign up for things do not open them at all. If they do open them, by the time they open them, they don't remember who you are, who it is, what is going on. That I think that it's a waste, that it's better to use something that is short. Some of the short ebooks that I'm going to show you in a moment, give them a quick win. So they open it, they can, maybe work with one journal prompt or a few journal prompts and get a quick win. And it's something that they've used, that they can use. And then this is something that you can upsell them on. So, meaning, what I mean is that when people sign up for the free gift, so I was sharing with you all that I use Samcart to do sales pages. One of the things I really like is that you can set it up so that people purchase something inexpensive and then have an upsell page right away that offers them something a little bit more expensive. So they could sign up for this for free, sign up for something else for free, and then you show them immediately afterward, that do they want to upgrade and purchase this book for $18 bundled with a video, or $18 bundled with a meditation, specifically adjusted to your niche. So that's what I would recommend, but you can do, of course, what is in alignment for you. Okay. Again, shift it to be specific to your niche and your space. All right. So that's this. Let me just scroll down just so you can see what that looks like. Again, you can replace the images. And then I would recommend at the end of the ebook, I would recommend having a page that, even though you put your bio and stuff in the front, I would put your bio and your information, and you can put it in the form of a letter, hey, hope that you enjoyed this, and share with them how they can go deeper with you. You know, if you enjoyed this and you're interested in, if you offer one-on-one coaching, I offer one-on-one coaching, or if you have a retreats coming up, share with them how they can be in contact with you. Okay. So you shared that in the beginning in case, maybe some people still print stuff. If they print it and the pages get separate, who knows? But just share it in the beginning, share it at the end. Like I always say, they say, tell them what you're going to tell them. Then you tell them, what you told them. 'Cause we all have like a zillion things going on. All right. Okay. So let me just come back over here. Okay. So we went through, we talked about the course, we talked about the ebook. Now this is what the challenge looks like. So there's info on, it is a 21-day challenge. Okay. And info on the 21-day challenge. And it is a self-love mindfulness challenge or self-love meditation challenge. Again, adjust it to your audience. And what I'm so excited about is that this really is relevant to all of our audiences that we would have, like who does not need more self-love. All right. So then here are the challenge prompts. So all of this in this section. Hi, Goddess Linda. Okay, so give me 1 second. All right. So all of this, these are the different prompts for this challenge, for the 21-day challenge. Let me come over here. So Goddess Linda, go ahead. You can unmute yourself. I'm going to come over and I
I
can.
have so I have a question. So when you said the 21-day challenge, it just prompted my brain, my ancestor, whoever said, ask her about the vision board challenge.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to access that for this purpose?
Explain more. Say more.
So back in the day, I don't know, maybe it was 2017, 2018, we did a
Yeah.
vision board challenge.
Yeah.
And that was virtual. But that challenge was something that I would be interested in packaging and selling, reselling. Do
Okay.
you have that as a business in a box offering?
It will be a part of now that you said that, it will be a part of the manifesting business in a box challenge that I told you is coming next.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
asking. The reason I started laughing when you said the ancestors told you is because I didn't do, this is one of the first years, one of the only like New Year's where I didn't do a vision board challenge just because my
You
retreat
had a lot
starting.
going on, sis.
Yeah,
You had a
and
lot
so
going
it was funny when you were like, "Well, the ancestors said, where's the vision board challenge?" I was like, "Oh man, I didn't come on here to get read. I came here to read y'all."
Because she did, I don't know if people are familiar, but in this vision board challenge, she taught you how to do vision boarding virtually through Pinterest, how to do it with a magazine, and how to do it in your journal.
Yes. Yes. And now this is just good to know. It'll be even more. Pinterest has like exciting new tools where you can literally like collage on the screen. So that is going to be a part of it. So
All
thank you
right.
for that,
Thank
Goddess.
you.
So yes. All right, so coming back over here. Okay. So these are the 21-day prompts. And then it has a specific lead magnet, which is a different one than the ones in the other sections for the challenge. So what the lead magnet is a way to get people who are interested in the challenge. So let me just share with you a little bit um, about the funnel building aspect of it. So A challenge can be a free product that people use to upsell into a course or something like that, or just to build your mailing list, or a challenge can be a paid product that people can pay to take part in, or it can be a combination of both. And what that means is that you offer the free challenge. So, on a free level, people show up, they do whatever you're telling them to do each day on social media. But if they pay a small amount, like $47, say, they can then receive recordings, they can receive workbooks, they can receive an extra bonus day, they can receive something that then enhances the experience. And so it's great because then you're creating a list of people who are interested in your topic and a list of potential buyers who are ready to invest potentially in whatever your more deep offers may be. So this challenge has a specific lead magnet, again, to magnetize leads to you, leads being people who are interested in your topic. And so here is what that looks like. So this is the Calm Within Meditation Challenge, 21 days to awaken your mindfulness practice. You would put your name, your website here. And here's all the info. I'm scrolling through quickly just because we're going to click on Canva and I'll show you there. Okay, so this is what this looks like. And so the way that you can also use this is, like I said, with it, people who invest, say, if you have a paid component of your challenge, then people can possibly get this. You can use it in that way as well. So then underneath is where it has the editable Canva links and also the TXT for Mac people and PC people can all access this if you want to just take the text and work with it on the platform of your choice. Okay, so here is what it would look like in Canva. So you would click here and then click through here. And then again, you can switch the images out or not. Um, go through and add with the text. Let me just make it a little bigger so you can see it. So here is what this looks like. Okay, so that goes all the way there. And so that's what that looks like. All right. All right. So let me just come on back over here. Okay. Then I have emails for the challenge. So every day, if people are in your challenge and you're showing up on social media and you're doing whatever it is, doing a challenge is very taxing because oftentimes you're usually, we're not like just marketing people, which nothing is wrong with being if that's what you're doing, but we're into what we're doing. We love what we're doing. So you're usually doing the challenge with folks, plus doing the business aspect of it with them as well if you're using it as a part of your business. So that's a lot to do. So having these emails is wonderful because as people are taking part in the challenge, hopefully they're signing up and doing it on your email list. You want to give them that there's a component that's not just social media, where people can easily get distracted. You want to say to them, hey, sign up for the challenge so that every day you can get a dedicated email where I am sharing with you other tips and ideas. So these are emails that here are all taken care of for you for the challenge. Okay? So I would recommend, emailing them and in the email, if there is a live video component or audio component, also reminding them of that happening. And in every email as well, you want to remind them, if you haven't already signed up for the VIP level where you can get the replays and get the A, B, C, and D, be sure to do that. Here's the link. Okay. So there's that. Okay. And then here are some affirmations. This is in a doc file. I have to make this a TXT file as well. My apologies. So this is affirmations that you can use in the challenge to either inspire, uplift, or for social media content, or you can use them, apply one for each day and add it to the emails, or put it all together and make it one PDF that people can use to be inspired as a part of the challenge. It can be a gift for people who make it to day, if it's a 21-day challenge, you can say at day 10, I have a free gift for you, another gift for you, because you're inspiring people to keep it going. 21 days is a long, long time, for folks to stay engaged. All right. And then you have journal prompts, which are all put together
May I
here in
ask a real
journal.
quick question before you move
Yes,
on from this? What do
sure.
you think about a limited number, like 3 or 5 day challenge? That part is free. And then if they wanted to do the remainder, they would have to invest.
I love that. However, it's an interesting thing. It's a tricky thing with a challenge because some people may feel like, well, I've already gotten what I need out of the 7-day challenge, or whatever it is. Um or the 5-day challenge, or that may be the cutoff point for people's attention span anyway. However, I have found it to be very successful when I do a similar formula, doing 2 days, like say it's a 4-day thing where 2 days are free and 2 days are paid, because that's a short enough period that people's brains are still, people are still invested into it. And so they come to the 2 days and then they can upgrade to the VIP and get the full 4-day experience. Um, that tends to work a little bit better in that way. Yeah. Thank you for asking, Goddess. So yeah, so here is the journal. So again, you're gonna edit this, put your name there, and the journal is just very simply with the prompts. The journal is less, in each case, you'll see the journal is less involved than if it says workbook. If something says workbook, it's a little bit more involved, and the journal just tend to, I tend to have like just prompts. Okay, so this is this. And again, if you scroll under it, it has the Canva editing information. Um, and you can access that way. All right. So then here are the blog posts. So these are the titles at the top with along with the number of words of each post. And then at the bottom, I have down here, I have where you can download the text version of each one. All right. Now, most people are going to be using them not for a blog, but for social media captions. So the way that this can look is, um, say, tips for creating a meditation space in any room. All right, so here. So you can share this on social media with a picture of your meditation area. And at the beginning, middle, and end, depending on which platform and how many words you are allowed for a description, you could prompt people and invite them to come to your challenge. You see, so you're saying, tips for people who are going to read, um, tips for creating a meditation space in any room are going to be the same people who are going to be interested in your challenge. You can also take this and use it as a carousel. So meaning that on Instagram, break up the content where it's 5 different tips. And so each each page, basically each post in the carousel is one of the tips. And in between, you can share images specifically from your meditation space. And again, linking it back to your challenge, linking it back to any of these, your free or paid options that you have, and using it in that way. All of these can also be videos within themselves. So how to set intentions, creating a meditation space in any room, the benefits of meditative breathing. Each of these can be a specific video topic. So if you're looking for, okay, well, what am I want to just do a podcast. I want to do a podcast series, about this specific topic. This could be 21 weeks of a podcast right here that you have that's taken care of. Okay, so you don't have to, even though I have things organized here according to specific purposes, you don't have to be locked into that purpose. If you don't want to complicate things, stay totally in the zones that I have here. It'll make it a lot easier. But if you don't want to, absolutely feel free to do whatever works for you. Okay, then for the workbook, here's what the workbook looks like. So as I said, these are a little bit more Oh, it's the journal under here. This should be different. Okay, so I have to edit that. All right, so okay. So here. So yeah, so it has then, different prompts that are specific to working with mindfulness and meditation. Okay. So all of that. And then when you come underneath it, it has the how to edit it. You click it and it'll take you to the similar pages of editing on Canva. Okay. And then underneath that, we're still in the self-love in the box kit now. Self-love in a box. So underneath that, then we have 3 more lead magnets that you can use for either as free or paid offering. So this is the stress-free self, and it's self-care practices for inner peace. You'd add your name there, your bio there. You can add also information about other courses or, other works that you have there, whatever it is that you want. And all of this is, all here. And so it's under here. And so again, you could combine all of these into one mega thing if that works for better for your business. Or you could take them and have it be, something that you use for a membership program. There are many different ways. Or like I have an app that's coming out on Valentine's Day. So all of these, if, an app is basically a membership, it's going to have my Manifest Your Magic moon circle in it and that sort of thing. And so you could, if you had something similar, use these with your membership as content for your membership. All right, so stress-free self. This is the power of reinvention, transform your life from within. Again, same thing, different topics under here, editable and vision reset. Okay. And again, you can change out the images or add images or put your own, self on there if you want to. All of that in Canva by clicking through in Canva. Okay. And then let's get into the emails. So again, email is one of the most intimidating things for folks, but it really is more than anything like will move the needle on your business. You know, social media, we basically see such a small part of our audience. We sign up to follow people, but we don't even basically get to see their content. And so email really is the way to build your business and stay in touch with people who want to be in touch with you and want to work with you, if not now, then in the future. So using any of these email templates, I'm going to scroll down, which are all in TXT so that you could easily access them. So let's just grab one of them. So let's go with this one. So here. So you would just take this and add it to whatever email platform you use. You could add photos in between. You could edit it, if whatever you call your community, start the email out by talking about whatever it is. This would also be a great topic for video. So you could make a video version of it first that you invite people to come to your regular video or audio podcast, record it, and then send out the email with the video as a replay afterward to your audience. So now you're giving people, different ways to be able to access your information. Again, this would make a great carousel because it's 11 different things. So you can take the topic and break it up and share it on, Instagram. A lot of different ways that you can use it. So the emails are there. And the reason why I call them nurturing emails is because you're nurturing your relationship with your audience. You're nurturing your relationship with them. So, say someone has signed up for one of the free lead magnets that you offer, And then again, because we sign up for stuff and forget we signed up for it, so you don't want to just have them sign up and then never be in contact with them again. You want them to sign up and then nurture the relationship with them. So these kinds of emails are great because you're giving them things that are helpful to their lives and things that that can help them to create the transformation that they want. And so also that you're not then remembering to email them like, oh, well, now I want to sell something, so let me email them. Just like in any other relationship, if you had people that only contacted you when they wanted something from you, you wouldn't want to deal with them. It's the same exact thing. So building a relationship with them, with these that are, pure content is powerful. And then these social media prompts, which are also a way to build your relationship with them, but also a way um, to help them to create real transformation. So any of these in the social media prompts section can be its own thing on social media, or it can be, you can use them as a list, you can use them as a for video or audio, you can use them for carousels, right? You can make a pretty graphic that is each one of these affirmations, and so then that would give you right there, scrolling so you can see, that's 100 days of content. If you were to post an affirmation a day, you've got it here. Right? And of course then leading them back to purchasing whatever it is that you're selling, or to signing up for your free offer, or dropping seeds and letting them know that something is coming. So you don't have to wait until everything is set up to start to do this. So say that if you already have this, you can start to share, say you were going to use the self-love question prompts. Valentine's Day is coming up, and I can't remember whether it's either the day before or the day after that's considered self-love day. So this would be a great time to start sharing these questions, and without having a link to sign up, just tell them what's coming. So like I told you all that, my app is coming, right? A spiritual club coaching app is coming. It's going to have, everything in it, and, all the stuff, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not presenting a link. I'm just telling you what's coming. So you could do the same thing and say, I'm developing a course right now about this topic, and just put all of that in your caption. But you're, in the meanwhile, you're just still just building a relationship with them. Right? So asking questions. So if you just took any one of these and started to just ask questions on social media is, a fun way for people to engage, to just start to answer questions. And it also helps you to know, okay, things that your audience is specifically into when you do want to create and put together paid offerings for them. And the same with, self-love quotes. Here are some specific quotes that are around that. Each of these, again, could be its own social media post. Okay. And then there is a content calendar. And so the way that you would use this is, let me just see if I can make it a little bigger so you can see it. So just shares with you. So let's look at week 1, you know, ideas of what to do. So, okay, so here is, so on day 4, I'm going to do an interactive quiz with my audience. On day 2, I'm going to share what my vision is. On day 13, I'm going to go live. So it helps you just to have a framework for moving forward. And then this is just a lesson on how to write specific social media captions. And then just scroll up here. And then these are just some more posts that you can use for either blog posts or social media content, meaning videos or descriptions. You could create a reel, really short, reel of B-roll of you, I don't know, writing in your journal or working on your laptop or whatever it is, and then have this be your caption that you can edit it and personalize it to yourself or not. So so all of that there. So that's the course, the ebook, the challenge, the lead magnets, the nurturing emails, the social media prompts, and the blog posts. So that's the self-love business in a box. All right, so let's go to the next one. So this is the self-love marketing kit. Okay. So self-love marketing kit. So I'm excited that it has the webinars here, because for me that I found that to be like one of the most challenging things, because it's a very specific thing to do. A sales webinar is very different. It's its own animal. It's its own creature. So I was really excited to create this for you, because again, I want to stop you from saying I don't have it. I'm getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready. So now we've taken that excuse away. So now I just can't wait to just see what y'all do. All right. So here, let me open this. And you can take these and adjust it the same way on ChatGPT that I was sharing with earlier. Okay, so I have here, about naming your webinar. Let me just scroll down so you could see how to use the webinar script. This is the self-love business marketing kit. Okay. Self-love business in a box marketing kit. Okay. How to sell without selling, and editable slides, and advanced sales techniques. And then we get into the script, structure, engaging the audience, etc. And then this one is from limiting beliefs to self-love. Keep going. And all of that is there, and then the slides. So these can be workshops that you do, that you include the slides. I like to have slides depending on what I'm doing, or you could not use the slides if slides are not helpful for you. So so again, the difference between these two webinars is that the second one is a self-love workshop that is a teaching webinar that you could use if in the scenario that we were giving earlier, where if you had, say, a 4-day challenge where the first 2 days were free and the second 2 were paid, this could be a teaching webinar. Or it could, and this one is the sales webinar. The sales webinar, I want to just say again, is its own specific thing. It's its own specific thing. And it's important that you do it in a way that when you start to talk about the sale part, what usually people do is they are teaching and they're excited because that's their thing. And then when the part comes where they're supposed to sell their thing, they get scared and start mumbling and stuttering and, want to just turn off the camera and be like, well, that's what I'm selling, but you don't have to buy it. Have a nice day. I'm out, which is not what you want to do at all, at all, at all, at all. So, okay, so there's that. And then the sales page template is also supposed to be here, but why is that not coming up? How to, okay. Oh, it's missing the how to. All right. This is good because I'm seeing where all the glitches are. So let me fix that. Okay. So then this is an easy fill in the blanks for your sales pages. So you can set your sales page up on, so Teachable has a now much improved place to set up your sales page, or you can use something like Samcart, or you can use Google Docs if that's what you have access to, or your social media page. Use whatever you have access to, but just move forward. Do it imperfectly. Do it dirty. Do it so that you'll look back and say, oh my God, that's so cringe. I can't believe that I did that. But just do it. Okay. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just start where you are. Okay. So you can just go through this and just follow the order and just take what's here, cut and paste, and put in your information in order to be your sales page. So for example, here you put, hi, I'm such and such, and just fill in the blanks, right, of what it is that you're doing. All right. Here's where you would put your testimonials, your social proof, and it just, again, just follow exactly what it says here. Insert a final testimonial, highlight the emotional impact. Just follow exactly what it says. Core training modules, it's worth X amount of money. You know, I'm doing it fast here, so it may not feel like it makes sense, but it will when you go through it slowly. So just go through and just follow the orders and fill in the blanks, and it will, you're building your sales page. Okay. All right. Okay. Then this is what we mentioned before, sales techniques. And then here is additional sales page copy text that you can add if you're doing a longer page. Okay, then video marketing. So here are 52 long form video topics if you're doing longer videos. Okay, so that you have one for each week of the year. And here are short form real topics if you are doing short form videos. And I hear that on YouTube, that YouTube Shorts is a wonderful way. Like right now, like the YouTube algorithm is really pushing shorts. So for folks who are on YouTube doing short form stuff, like TikTok traditional stuff, for YouTube Shorts will push people to your videos. Okay, then there's information here on how to use the topics. And then I have carousel ideas, 52 of them. It's all 52 just so that you have one for each week. 52 story prompts that you can use for your stories on Instagram, etc. Or just as video topics by themselves. 52 specific affirmations that evoke emotions, 52 more self-love quotes, 52 high engagement questions, 52 self-care topics. And these, of course, are totally different than the ones that you saw in the previous program. 52 self-care topics for blogs or long captions, the full and new moons for the year. And then retreat schedules. So for folks who are doing a shorter retreat, here's a 2-day schedule. For folks who are doing a longer retreat, here is a 5-day schedule. And then another free opt-in gift. So for people who want to put out this, so let me just show this. So this, I would, here, let me just show. This one I wouldn't sell. This one I would let it be a free gift. But again, you can use it if you wanted to create a video, if you wanted to take the 14 ways and make a carousel. Those are all different ways that you could use it. Here are if you wanted to put out some affirmation cards. You can use these either as is or rebrand them with your specific brand and magic. And then I have more meditation scripts. You could create a meditation podcast specifically and walk people through all of these different topics, or you can add these to another course or use them as a free gift, any one of them or in combination. So cultivating self-compassion and releasing negative thoughts and embracing love, embracing self-acceptance and inner peace, awakening inner worth, reconnecting with inner joy, healing through forgiveness, visualizing your best. So this is all of this, everything here is specifically designed to market your courses, your books, your retreats, your more involved higher end and your lower end, your high ticket and your low ticket sales opportunities. Okay, so let me come on back over here. That was a lot, but I think we got through a lot of it. Okay, so what if you have no testimonials yet? So if you have no testimonials yet, you can easily get them by starting with 3. So you can offer 3 free calls. You can just go to your list and just be honest with them. Say, I'm have my new course that's coming out in a month or 3 months or whatever it is. And, I'm excited about this new direction. And right now I am wanting to get more feedback or get more in touch with who my audience is. And so if you are willing to do an energy exchange of me sharing your story afterward that I can use publicly, be in touch. And you can say I can interview you. You can actually, rather than an interview, you can say you can fill out a questionnaire to know whether you are in alignment. So allow them to apply for it rather than people who are going to show up and not really follow through, or not then want to be used, or just not be in alignment for your business. And maybe you give them a 3-question or 5-question questionnaire, 3-question or 5-question questionnaire, and then get their story and be able to share that to begin with. Or if, Goddess Ade, you have a very long history in helping and empowering others. So I would say start with the people that you have. Even if you're in a different space or a different niche, I would approach 3 of those people, and one has to be able to say yes. And what you don't want to do is, if you say to people, if you say to most folks, um give me your testimonial, they're probably not gonna follow through and do it. You have to actively get them on a video or audio and record it yourself. Okay, so you have to get them, even though they're well-meaning, they're probably just not going to get around to it, or be intimidated, or just not know what to say. So it's better if you can get on a conversation with them and just say, can you share about your experience in working with me? If you have a podcast and the person is willing and excited to share their personal story, then that would be great to invite them as a guest on your podcast and say, I'm now going to be opening my program up, or my one-on-ones or my offerings up to more people. And I wanted to just, if we could just talk and just, get some feedback about your experience in working with me in whatever capacity, and have them share that way. Okay. If they do not want to be seen or heard, that is perfectly fine. You can ask them, you can do it on an audio call and then share the text of what they say. So just transcribe it and just share the text and do it that way. So let them know that that's an option in case they're shy or don't want to be put out there. If you are in a field where it's very personal information and they maybe don't want to disclose their name, that's totally fine too. You can put their name and an initial, and just ask them, are you willing to be contacted if future clients say that they want to speak to someone? And they may say yes and they may say no. Okay, so just start with what you have. It's totally okay if it feels like it's a different field. Like, say you are a professor and you're going to be working with working as a healer, and the people that you have are testimonials from your former profession. Just start with those. The others will come. The others will come. Okay. Goddess Linda said, can we have another meeting to teach us how to upload to Teachable? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I feel like I want to do this maybe at least once a month at least. Okay, let's see. Goddess Ade said babbling when it comes to sales is her. Okay, good. So we have email support, Goddess Ade. Goddess Leslie, do it a lecture soon, loving your content. Okay, good. Okay. All right, good. All right. Any other questions from folks with cameras on or off? Speaking of testimonials, I'm seeing some people's here who are just at the retreat with me that I need your testimonials. So either contact me and I can record it, or let's get that happening. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? So Goddess Linda, no, it wasn't Goddess Linda, it was Goddess Helen. I don't think that we resolved the figured out the link thing. So what I'll have to do, thank you for giving me that information. What I'll have to do is just, I guess, send out another email. I think that was connected to the fact that it was a sale that was supposed to end like at the beginning of the year, and I extended it. So I will send out an updated link on that. All right. Any other questions?
Greetings. This is
Hello.
Jack. How are you?
Good.
And all my sisters here on the call. I wanted to ask, I may have missed some things from the earlier portion of the talk, but I wanted to ask if everything was completely customizable so you can use your own brand logos
Yes.
and colors and so on.
Yes, yes, yes. Everything is 100% customizable.
Okay.
100%. Yes. And feel free
I
to
have,
watch this back on YouTube. I'm going to put it on YouTube and you can watch it there.
okay. And can the content be released in portions? So you talked about a portion introducing a business. You talked about a challenge and a book. You gave a number of different things under this one product. Could they be released in portions? Would would you have to show everything that is coming in the future and introducing this to your potential client? Or can you just take a portion and introduce it a little bit at a time?
So you can use it in any way that feels in alignment with you and your audience. And some things you may choose not to use at all. So for some people's businesses, say a challenge might not be what they're wanting to do. Or like we were talking about earlier, you may want to shorten the challenge down to a 7-day challenge. Or, make it a longer, combine the challenge with something else, make it free or paid. So feel free to do things in any order that works for you, or also feel free to leave things out or add things if it feels in alignment for you. So whichever order, however it works, it works.
Okay. Is this a one topic item? Or can you
So
go in and change it? Or how does that work?
So this one is the self-love business in a box, and then manifesting business in a box, and self-care business in a box, and other ones are coming. But at the time of this recording, the topic is self-love, but you're personalizing it to whatever your business is. So for example, we talked about the fact that like the folks that are here, like just looking at some of the folks who are here with their cameras off or cameras on, we have people who are going to be talking about self-love and giving birth to a baby, self-love and creating artwork, self-love and yoga, self-love and meditation, self-love and self-care, self-love and fitness. So it can be you would personalize it. You're using it as a foundation to whatever your specific magic is.
Okay.
See? So that makes it totally different for each person.
And so I heard someone ask about Teachable. So that is probably one of the other parts that I missed. So this is something that we would use as a template, and then we upload this to, I guess, a site that will actually host it and make it active and available to our client.
Yes, yes. If you're using it as a course, you use it. So some people could also, using free tools, for example, you could give out an what is it called? Unlisted link on YouTube and invite people and engage in that way. So there are always, free ways to do things, but yeah, you've got to use, a platform in order to be in touch with your audience, depending.
Oh, so this one could be used um, to go directly to your client. We could
Yes.
provide our client a link for this directly without it
Um,
going onto a course platform.
no, you've got to use a platform, because then if you link them, you just give them a link, you're linking them to me. Right.
Oh,
So you're
okay.
linking them to work with me. You want to link them to work with you. So you've got to put it somewhere where they can access and you can be able to work with them.
Okay, and so lastly, lastly, what would you say is the time investment to get something like this set up?
So it's certainly a lot shorter if you have, these tools versus if you're starting from scratch. So it just depends on because everyone's got a different learning curve. So for some
Mhm.
people will take it and set it all up in 24 hours, right? Some people it may take 24 days. So I can't answer
Okay.
that because everybody has a different framework that they're coming with.
Okay. Well, thank you. This has been an informative gathering. I appreciate your efforts.
Oh, you're welcome, Goddess. Okay, let me take Goddess Danny because I gotta go pick my baby up from school. Is it Goddess Danny? You're muted, Goddess.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for having this, and I don't want to keep you from getting your baby. I had one quick question. Can it be any course platform or just Teachable? I am a professor, so I thought that was funny you called that out.
Yes. So yes, any platform at all. So one of the things I mentioned in the past, I've used Kajabi, I've used ClickFunnels, Samcart that I use also has a course option or portal on it. So any platform at all. Or for some people may be doing live events. And so they may not be using an online platform at all. They may be doing it as a live thing. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Okay, good. You're
Abiola,
welcome.
I know you probably answered this when the doctors came in the room, but what do you do if you don't have testimonials yet?
I did answer that, Goddess, in a very, very long, winding thing. So you're gonna
Okay,
have
I'll
to
go back and watch
rewatch.
the video.
Yeah, but it's toward the end, so you don't. So if you, I think maybe you stepped out in the last. It was like a 15-minute thing. So
Yeah.
so just watch like the last part of it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Goddess. Any other questions? Okay. All right. So for folks who the link was broken for you all, I will try to send it out probably again when I get Ruby from school. And if you have any other questions that we're not covered, just feel free to drop an email. The easiest one is my first and last name at gmail.com, abiolaabrams@gmail.com. The replay will be on YouTube. The replay will be on YouTube. All right. So by like tomorrow, the replay will be on YouTube. All right, my loves, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. It was good to hang with you. See you later. Bye.
Thank you.
No.
You're welcome.